Hello, people. Beautiful people. I can't just call y'all people no more. This is episode 8, Ocho, where we've been going on for about a few weeks now. A little bit more than a few weeks. I like how season one's turning out. Might stop it a little bit, but I told y'all 52 weeks, so I got to keep on my promises regardless of what we do. But I have a special guest here, SB, my cousin. He's the creative mind, or I guess the CEO and heart of the engine, a media company where they have different things. I know y'all probably seen them going viral for either Uncle Charlie or even with their speed dating and so on and so forth. But I think he can, dive into that a little bit more than I can. So let him have the floor.
Appreciate the introduction. My name is SB, better known as Directed by SB. And currently I run a media tech company called The Engine. And mainly what we do, so we have a media production company, and basically like we apply the same resources that we use to make our own creative content, and we provide that service to our clients. And and I'm at the heart of The Engine. The team.
My fault.
Yeah.
It is a team. It takes a village. So I do know. Yeah, y'all been pushing for some time. But what made you start, or what made y'all start the engine to be what it is, and the growth that it's had from A to B now?
Yeah. So the engine is kind of like let me say a growing idea, but it kind of like represents like what life is. So just a little background on me. So I originally started actually in modeling in high school, right? And then it eventually turned into like me and my friends, we used to go downtown and take pictures, and one of us needed a camera.
Okay.
But one of my homeboys was taking too long to get the camera. So it was kind of like a rough patch, and I'm not going to get into it here, but you know the stuff.
Yeah.
So we had like a rough patch, and I had a rough patch in my life, and then I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and, do something different. So I ended up buying the camera, and I just had it for fun, but it was like, oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. And I got to college, and I get a call, and somebody's like Flavor and like a bunch of like techno. He was big at the time. They were having a concert, and then I went there to go take some photos. But at this time, I didn't really take it seriously, and I took the photos, and I did. I like recorded a quick clip, but it was trash. But it was like, okay, the video stuff. You gotta edit the video and stuff like that. And then Flavor reposted my picture the next day. And I was like, okay, this is something we get in here now. So eventually I started shooting, and that led into like me going to go shoot all around the world with a cruise company and shoot like Burna Boy, different artists and stuff like that.
So cruise company, what's that?
So it's called Soak on the Sea. So it's actually Caribbean, and what they do is that they host like travel vacations, basically. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you did it. I know you shot Burn on them, but I didn't know
it's
you
usually, you remember like back in, like when I was in college, I used to travel a lot. It was really just through that company. And
they're helping you go from place to place, but also you get to pay. All right. He got a little cheat code too.
He
got a little cheat code too. You see him flying, like he getting paid too. I like that.
So going into like COVID, I kind of went through a, kind of like, you get into your thoughts about like, okay, so what's next, right? Because, I'm shooting, and like I was shooting a lot, and it became like a job. And I didn't really start it for a job because it was fun at the time.
Yeah.
And you know me, I got a kind of like a business mindset, and I was like, if I'm going to do this, if this is going to become a job, I can go work in IT, which I was still in school at the time, which I graduated, and I work in IT now, you got to blend your life.
Yeah.
So what happened was that I got into a space to where like the videography and photography started to feel like a job. And I was like, you know what, I'd rather just stop if this is what it's going to be, because it's not really fun. Like, because, it
took the fun out of it.
It took the fun out of it. So I was like, you know what, like God has given me this gift of, like being good at photos and being good at videos. So why don't I make it something bigger? And so it really just connected with the people that I was already working with, but just like single-handedly with like Directed by SB. Nah, you good. Bless you, bro.
Thank you.
So we're like Directed by SB, and that's how the engine came about. It's just really just me working around with the kind of the same
continue to
community that I
adapt to,
have,
yeah.
and then just building that into something that's like bigger.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had my experience with the engine where it's whether I was helping out, taking photos at said Colors event in Austin, or you even helped me out with my last drop.
Yeah.
And I do know you continue to do things like that. How's that experience now? Because you said that at first it was fun, but it took the fun out of it. So did that fun time kind of get back to?
I think the biggest difference I can say now is that it more so went from me kind of like just, okay, I'm doing a job for somebody versus helping somebody build something. So I think that's the biggest difference between, like working as a company versus working like by yourself.
Yeah.
Because, people, oh, he's just a videographer versus now, okay, the engine, I know they can help me with like branding, marketing, and they can help like bring things to life versus, okay, I have a drop that's coming up. I just need somebody to shoot this aspect of it. I already know kind of what I want to do. I just need somebody to shoot it. Versus, okay, what's your brand identity? We kind of went through that process, brand identity, and where are you trying to get to? And then we work from there. So.
Yeah, so now you're really cultivating things rather than just,
yeah.
let me show up, do my job, and leave. Yeah.
And I'm very like big on we. Because, a lot of times, we can get into even if I work on a project by myself, sometimes it's all like people's influence have involved me. Like the way that we work with different people. Like those thoughts kind of enter my head on the way that I kind of like help people throughout.
Okay, I do want to kind of touch base on the before we stray way too far from it. You said that you still work within tech while doing this. So
yeah.
How's that experience, and like what do you do within tech that can also help you build on to what you're doing now?
So I'm working tech consulting right now. So basically, what we're doing there is more like so there's a company, they haven't transitioned their system ever, so they've been stuck with like SAP ECC system, and we're helping them convert over into S4. So that's what I'm doing there. But the real reason why I'm still in tech is because like I feel like a lot of people that are in the creative space, they're either only know the creative aspect of it, but me like working in tech, I'm able to understand how these technologies are working, and even also like how is it like to work in a corporate system. So just being able to apply both principles, it kind of helps me like throughout my.
That's good too, because I can tell that you're able to bring both of them together. Because I see how you handle or y'all handle the engine and within different realms, whether it's personally with the brand or where it's working with y'all, seeing how y'all go to different events, set up, set down, interact with other people, interact with the owners and other hosts and stuff like that. So it's a very like clean cut. All right, we got this, and let's say each one of our adjustments type of deal.
Yeah, I mean it's really just learning. Because at first, like to be fair, like whenever I was in college, I was kind of like barely had. I mean, I've worked before, right? Yeah. But like it came to a point to where I didn't even work at all, and I just did. I mean, I worked, but just really just business wise, so just shooting and stuff for like a 2 to 3 year period.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm only gonna work for like 2 to 3 years, and then I'm just gonna go straight business. But me actually working in tech, I said, oh, God kind of has a place for me here. Now, is it in tech consulting? Balance. I still don't think so. I think it may be in the form of business, but whenever it's the right time, it's the right time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you said you kind of put God into it. So how did you? So do you put faith into the things that you do like heavily, or is it?
Literally, God, Jehovah is everything. Like legit. Like because if I just look at my life, really, whenever people say it's not by my power, it's not by my might, it's by God. Literally, God just places things in front of me, and I just walk through. Like that's it, and that's even like one of the biggest things I'm really focusing on 2025 is because, like a lot of times in my life, whenever I trusted my gut, which is like God kind of like go this way, it's always been great. But it's the times that I try to lean on my own understanding and I ignore my gut and go the wrong way, go the wrong way essentially, because I mean we still have life, so anything is just God will always lead you back to where you need to go. But I just really like want to trust in God and. Taking the right step, like every time. Like God tells me to do something, and it sounds crazy, I'm just gonna go and do it. Versus it's like, I try to put my own input in.
Yeah, trying to double take and like, nah, I'm gonna do it this way. Either
Like
way.
God tells you to make this move. I don't know if I want to put my money there. He's like, oh, okay, nah, but I'm just gonna do it. So that's really just because he'd already everything that's good in my life has came from him. So why not just
give him praise and follow. Okay.
And he's directed the path. The engine would be not here if it wasn't for God, because I was in the brink of just quitting, and then God blessed me with great people that is like even to make things possible. Like God put all the right pieces in place.
All the right foundation for you. Yeah, that's good. So how'd you come up with the name The Engine even?
Okay.
Or how did that name come to pass?
So what's crazy? So it was actually a tech app I wanted to start, and that's where that name came from, and
the name translates still. So
yeah, no, I could still make the app, but and then it's like MIT. They have
don't dive too much on the app. Yeah, you gotta keep your disclosure.
Yeah. But it was an app that was supposed to come about, and just kind of like all the influences like around, and then basically what it symbolizes. So the engine is basically like like the heart of everything, and basically like the heart is where everything flows through. So like the way that my mind even thinks is like limitless, and like I always have like new ideas. So I just wanted to make like a system within creativity, because that's where my base is, like videos, photos, and then we're African too. Like that's another thing too, that like we're just creative people in general, and just everybody in the world is creative anyways. Because like whenever people tell me that they're not creative, I just know that it's just the perspective that they're seeing it through. Like legit, you're creative when you make a decision, because you made a choice. So
that's all being creative is, making choices and sticking to them.
No, it's crazy.
It's crazy for real. I do like how your brand has. I've seen it grow from just a few hundred people to now almost 70K, and having a different aspect. Y'all have been doing different things within the media when it comes down to reporting, or even having things obviously with the people. And it's no longer just a thing that you guys do in Texas. 'Cause I see you're going international with it. And also as you've already done national, but now you're going international with it. How's that growth, that feeling, to get from zero to hero, I could say? It's
more learning than anything. Like I haven't really sat through and just really like deep a deep thought on it, but it's more learning than everything. Like even us doing something in Nigeria, even knowing that the culture there is different. Like as far as like actually doing the shoot out there, things that you have to do, because Nigerian African time, and that's another thing too. And also like working with people, because like cultures are different. So that's the biggest thing, understanding the culture. And also like another thing is that there's a difference between digital presence and like in-person presence, because like people can mess with brands online, but okay, if an artist has a meeting, like people that maybe an artist that has 100K followers, but 50K of those followers will show up to the show. Just imagine like a follower that has 1 million followers, but he can only get 5K people. So like having that in-person touch is really. That's even like why like we started incorporating events and started doing like more activations in person, because it like we actually realized, okay, if you wanna go reach this market, you can reach there digitally, but why don't we try to actually go and do something out there?
And actually build a physical community with it, not just the online presence.
Let people know that things are real, because I feel like we get trapped into, and it's ironic because we're like a digital company, right? But we get so trapped into like online and what we see on our phone. But whenever people know that, okay, these people is real, okay, I can maybe buy something, or I can pull up to this event and have a good time, then it just makes things way more real for people, and it makes people like connect with your brand way more.
So how'd you start incorporating events, and like what was your original like outlook on that? Also, what was your first event?
Our first event, Tony, what? Oh, dang, sorry. Our first event. What was our first event? Our first event was probably. It was it Colors Austin? I think it was
Colors.
Was it Colors Austin? I think it was.
Oh, this your first event?
Yeah, that was our first event, bro. Tell me, was that our first event?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Colors Austin was our first event.
I didn't even know that. Dang.
Yeah, and that's a collaboration. Like that's why I said good people around you. So it's like
Yeah.
okay, let's enter this space. Afro tech, what it makes sense. So we just collab with Colors. We brought Buju out. And it was a great time.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
That Colors Austin was great for networking also because that was around the time where I was also thinking about stopping doing my photography. He was like, "No, come out, do."
Yeah, nah.
Got some good flicks in, so yeah.
You know me, I'm always going to tell you to push through. Whenever something's telling you no, that means there's something there. Like now you have photos, brand. Now you have your own podcast now. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's always levels. Like that's the way that people got to look at every situation in life as a stepping stone to get you to the next place.
Yeah, some steps a little higher than others, but steps are steps regardless. Yeah.
Trust the process.
I like that.
Yeah.
Any notable? I'm gonna say notable clients that you guys have had, because I can speak on my experience, but I would like to know about other experiences because I have seen you do more, I guess, more niche things with people like Eze, where y'all had the 11 R&B shoot when y'all they're actually.
You talking about the engine use speed dating stuff that we did?
Yes, but I'm also talking about because did you not help the little video?
Which one?
Series.
No. That's yeah.
But how, like, for different events that you guys have gone to, not events, different people and companies that y'all have worked with, like, what was your favorite one or one that's really notable that stuck with you?
Think I'll say two. Okay, one is whenever we worked with Atlantic Records for Don Toliver and TSU Homecoming. Like that was pretty notable, just because it's like, okay, dang, like I've worked with artists before, but somebody
working through a label.
Yeah, and then I always was like back then I was a big Travis fan, but I just to work with Don Toliver, Cactus Jack. I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. Another one would be actually our sickle cell project, just because like that's just the way that it impacted and how everything went. It was like very seamless, and like we worked with said Institute. We worked with a local gym to host like a fitness class for like sickle cell advocacy, and also the sickle cell walk Houston. So
that was a big one. Okay.
Yeah, and also like we've worked on projects through like other people within our like creative stream, like Justin, he did something with Bang & Olufsen and Spotify and stuff like that, and also we've like worked on some research projects for Spotify through people, that we
did research. Oh, okay, through people. Okay. So now growing your brand, where do you see like Engine going? I know it's you are going to beat of the drum, like seeing where things find out. But do you have any like hopes and aspirations for where you want to see take things, or people you might want to work with, or even so on and so forth?
I mean, not people that I want to work with, but as far as like where I want the engine to get to, I really want it to actually run like an engine. So basically, kind of like have that system that can't crash per se. So basically, like the production level high, and with like production and the amount of volume that we're able to produce content wise, like letting that flow out into marketing, and then let the marketing take us into events and then creators, and just continue to kind of push the nature of creativity. So like be able to breed new talent and take them to high places. Like definitely want to like take our shows from YouTube. Okay, so there's two ways to go about this, right? Either take our shows from YouTube into like these Netflix and these more like at-home applications, or to maybe even become the new space to where those shows are now actually being watched on YouTube. I know people have launched big series on YouTube and stuff like that, but imagine if you want to go watch like Top Boy or something, right? And that one was actually, the series is actually on YouTube.
Just on YouTube, yeah.
So being able to just push the nature of creativity and have our impact there. And also, I can't believe I haven't even talked about this yet, but also to utilize Africa's creativity and like really spread it to the world. just
Okay,
because
so,
like
so is you going to Nigeria for now the speed dating aspect of engine? Is that more of like you trying to
it's
start
really
start
just
getting
like
everything going?
it's kind of more of a testing thing, but also to like while I'm out there, I'm Nigerian, and like like we're involved in the culture, so like if the same thing that you do over here, you should be able to do it
Yeah,
over there. So
yeah. You can't just have everybody jay.
yeah, yeah, bro. No, Nigeria is a very turned up place, but
Yeah.
uh,
That's good. I like that you're going back to Nigeria.
mm.
But so in do so, you said that you want to kind of envelop the entire
Yeah, like
Africa.
because I feel like Nigeria has they could be the leader in like creative arts.
Yeah, is everything's
Yeah,
there. It's just
it's
not.
just really the
It's raw. Yeah.
structure. Because another thing is, I feel like the infrastructure for creativity in Nigeria is not really that good. Just
Yeah.
because one is the people themselves,
Yeah.
but also the systems in place that are over here. Because say for instance, if you want to get a job done in the U.S., it's very easy to kind of get that set up. Versus if you want to get it done in Nigeria,
Yeah, you gotta
it's
go
easy
through
to
the
get it
trials and
set up, but then you got to start
tribulations.
worrying about okay, this one person, is this guy gonna give me shege? That's gonna
Yeah.
give you like trouble,
Yeah.
and also like bringing everything together in a structured format. Like okay, so if a company know that they're gonna spend this amount of dollars, is all of that money gonna be allocated to what it's supposed to be for?
Rather
So
than just dispersed and only getting a
yeah,
percentage of it. So I do know Nigeria is a start of everything that you're doing over there. So you want to like start even going to other countries, maybe like South Africa,
yeah.
Egypt, or
South Africa
Ghana.
has a very big creative hub, and once I started doing more research, that's whenever I found out, okay, South Africa has a lot of,
Yeah.
and especially even like their creativity is. I think they even said it's one of the most creative places in Africa, if not the number one.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have the structure already for it. That's why I don't know what they call it. I don't want to misstep, but I know
Yeah.
their media, like when it comes down to YouTube, Netflix, even the professional, like their
Yeah.
own networks and everything is very like high line. Like it's they make everything is really really good.
Yeah.
And then you also have the music side of things. You see people like Tyler blowing up, and there's other artists too that are very very
Yeah.
good out of South Africa that people still haven't heard of. It's I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a piano came from that area, so it's
Yeah.
like they're thriving, but they don't really get the credit that they. That's their own political things. That's the
Yeah.
reason why they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
get the credit. Yeah, but it shows kind of
Yeah.
what Africa could be in an entire sense because they could do it, everybody else can do it as well.
Yeah.
But it's just about now building that infrastructure to
Do it. Yeah.
and maybe the engine could be the infrastructure that Africa needs.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. It is, and it's going to be. But
Amen.
Amen. It's just a lot of things
Yeah.
like funding, also like setting up the system. But like God willing, we'll get there, and sooner than later. So yeah.
Amen. Yeah, we're gonna. I got big things, big hopes for the brand.
Yeah.
I like being a part of it, but I also like seeing all the things that y'all.
Yeah. Even with what you building here, bro, it's a blessing, bro.
Amen. Yeah, I'm trying
It's
to.
a step by step by step. Next thing you know, they're okay.
Yeah, give people
Mm.
see a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like showing off the world and also showing off people who can.
Especially putting the war on everybody, and
Yeah,
it's a goal.
and work for the world. But before we even start rounding off, do you have anything to say to like the aspiring people who are wanting to go either to the media agency or doing photography, videography, or even in a creative sense where they're still struggling to truly bring themselves to show the world what they can do or what they are doing?
Yeah, I mean, first I'll start with feel like faith first, because I mean, like I can give people advice, but like the crazy thing is that it's really like a testament to what God has done. Like, yes, I mean, I've kind of put discipline and things like that at the forefront, but like it's really God that's been able to see me through. And like with you growing closer to God, your discipline should grow, and all those things will be added to. Because the more that you thirst for the Lord, the more that your mindset will start to change.
Yeah, start getting clarity within what you do.
Yeah, but another thing, I'll say, don't give up and keep on going. And don't give up and keep on going means that every day your work ethic should begin to increase and begin to increase. And you do need time to relax, but it's a difference between you wanting to relax just because you're scared of defeat, and need to relax just because the amount of work that you put in, you actually need to calm down. So, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, whenever, like, burnout points, a lot of times burnout is caused by fear. Because you feel like, you know what I mean, okay, is this work that I'm putting in, is it going to pay off? Because even I'm a victim of it too. So it's just like, you know, sometimes whenever you think that you're burnt out, it's just because, okay, you know, you're afraid of what you can become. And you may be afraid that, okay, if I continue to put this work in, would this actually bring me, like, fruit? So, like, will I be able to harvest all this work that I put in? But, you know what I mean, what I would say to that person is that if you take a test 100 times and say, for instance, you fail the first time, you fail the second time, you fail the third time, you fail the fourth time, no matter what, you're going to see progress.
Yeah.
So, you know, just keep on taking the test and eventually you'll get to 100. So, yeah.
Yeah, keep pushing. You got to be an engine that keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah. What
You got to be the engine that keeps going.
Yeah.
I like that because you shown through perseverance, faith also, that anything is really possible.
Yeah, because my mind.
You just getting started too.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that even for me to get to this point, like, you know, there's people that, you know, it's like people that's close to me, they're the ones that help me to realize, oh, bro, you kind of changed a little bit. But
yeah, you changed a lot. I mean, we've grown together, so I've seen the development of. SB
but it's
up
really
close.
just, you know what I mean, God has always sought me through, but. I never really took into account that it was God at the time. Yeah. But it's just like certain situations that, bro, just certain situations we put ourselves in that it can really go left. Yeah. But it ends up going right.
Not for God, it's like,
it's just like, even like school is another thing too. Like, like somehow you just wake up the next day and you, all right, dang, I'm already about to be finished. How did I even get here? Yeah. When you feel like you either haven't learned anything or, you know, like school, like whenever school was rough for me, but. Yeah. It wasn't rough in the sense of, like, the actual schoolwork being hard, but it's just, like, me wanting to, like, this is something I really don't want to do, or what I thought at the time. But, you know, somehow God said, oh, no, this is for you. You can do it. Yeah. So. Yeah,
now your professional life is just as good as your outside.
Nah, I think the engine life better.
Engine life better?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You just say you were trying to move consulting a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah. So hold on, before I do know this is a little off the rails, because you did say that you kind of do want to get to the point where you're bringing on like talent. So is that just people that are doing like photography, videography, or is it also people who are in different aspects of like acting and
like really like creators?
Creators in
like
general?
You even see like Uncle Charlie, how he's been growing.
So also all types of walks of life.
Even people that like have existing work. Already that they just want to take it to the next level. Like Chalet, you know, used to make the short form videos, and then now he had a show and stuff like that. But just Justin, you even see like you know how Justin's been growing. But like, you know what I mean, really just invest in, because at the end of the day, which is companies are realizing this too now, is that, bro, it's really the people that matter, bro. Like there's no engine without the people that's inside of it, like working wise and the talent wise, the people that you see on the screen, like. In the same way that we see life. Like, there's all these tech companies, if everybody quit today, everything will fall. So, it's, like, really, like, trusting in the people. Like, the thing is that, you know, see, I never shared this before, but, like, really, like, my personal vision is to really I want to help people on a large scale. Like, not even for me, I just want to help people on a big scale. And, like, really, that's really what the engine should. The engine kind of just like, okay, how can we help the most people? Now, obviously, you know what I mean, you want to see revenue, you want to see, like, the good thing, be able to
see some growth,
you know, something tangible from the work that you're doing. But that's really the end all be all go. How big can we help people?
Yeah, the outreach and truly blessing others' lives. Yeah. Okay. So. And getting even, before we get to the other part, and getting, like, new talent and stuff like that, would you like them to directly contact you? Is it better that y'all start reaching out, or how is that process?
It's really like a both way effort. You know what I mean? There's been times where we reach out to people and people have reached out to us, but we do have like a contact work with us page, and people can just kind of like write out, okay, hey, I have this project. We have people DM is not really the best way. And
don't DM everybody. Like, just hit the emails.
Like, I think people really should either try to find, like, even if you're gonna DM a company, try to at least find the person that's behind maybe recruiting people and stuff like that. Just because, you know, like, so people get a million DMs every day, and a DM can seem, you know, but then again, people's lives have changed from a DM. So what do I know?
Yeah, so it's
So
okay. Yeah.
you know, I'm just saying for me,
Yeah,
just
but
probably just,
for Engine, at least
yeah,
hit them on the more email type of setting.
or not really, just go to our website, just
to our
work
website.
with
Yeah,
us,
true.
you know. Or if you just reach out to me, directed by SB, hit up Tony Ide. Let me push it out to her. Yeah.
I like that. And then is you trying to help the world? Is that more of with the Engine, or just something that is a personal passion project that you?
It's just really, the engine is like a part of, you know, my life. So you know, but I think that may be the driving force for, you know, me be able to achieve that. But yeah, to really just that's the mission, bro. Just, you know, help people on a large scale. Just my whole life I've been helped. Like, you know, there's it's the people that are surround me that's a testament to what I am now. So, you know, why not, you know, put that energy back into the world? Because I feel like a lot of people can kind of live this selfish life, but, you know, like I always say, selfless life is the best life. So,
yeah. You can actually have people to rely on, people that rely on you.
Yeah.
I like that.
At the end of the day, bro, like if you like, things are implied. So if you're helping people on a large scale, like you wouldn't say like a king will be like, no matter how maybe the country itself may be poor, right? But a king is always going to be associated with riches. So it's just really like, okay, so if the engine is at the forefront of helping people on a large scale, you know, it will be fruitful.
Yeah.
So focus on the actual vision instead of focusing on money, and not, because I do believe that everything will come whenever it's due.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know,
reap what you sow.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, even in life too. Like I feel like if, say for instance, if I, you know, had $1 million now, or maybe $1 million when I was 23, or 23, 22, 21. Like, you don't know what that thing can do to you.
Yeah.
So, like, as far as even how I've grown through now, like, now I think, okay, if I had $1 million now, okay, I put that money to good use and, like, use it for the right reasons. But, bro, some things, like, God may not give it to you right now just because, bro, that thing can kill you, or it can take you too far away to where, you know, not a place of no return, but you may do some crazy things until that happens, and now your mind is distorted.
Yeah.
You're having Diddy Mansion, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Yeah, you ain't trying to, stray too far away from the path.
So.
That's great.
Yeah, man.
I like that. The engine is the heart that keeps you going, and also it is something that beats on its own as well.
Yeah.
As you seeking greater,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say validation, but greater success within, you know, your own community and also external community that you haven't even gotten to grasp.
Really,
yet.
things just continue to make it V12, V24. Just keep on. You know.
Keep upgrading.
But make sure it's running though. Good engine oil. You mean, good things.
Analogies, I like them. But I like to thank you for being here as well.
Nah, no problem. Anytime, bro. I should have been did this. You know.
I mean, it's scheduling.
Yeah.
But also, could you shout your personal pages and also Engine and so on and so other pages that you may want to?
Yeah. Shout out.
I'm gonna have them all in the description.
Yeah, I can start listing a lot of things. Shout out the Engine. Shout out Directed by SB. Shout out What's the Word. Shout out IBT. Shout out Only Uncle Charlie. Shout out Chalet. Shout out Farmer. Shout out Junior. Shout out KP. Shout out Chris. Shout out Tony. Shout out Isosa. Shout out Fola. Shout out Dami. Shout out shout out the moms. Yeah. If you want to, just shout out the Engine.
I'm gonna have Directed by SB, Engine, and
I'm gonna make sure. Oh, shout out Patience. What the hell? Oh, Patience. That's my road dog.
Yeah.
For real. That's like one. No, that's like 1 and 2. That's it. And you know, going deeper into this episode, if we have more time.
No, we can keep. You can explain. You can explain.
No. But that's that's like Destiny Helper. So.
That's great. I'm gonna have everything below. I'm not gonna have everybody's at below, but I'm gonna have all the.
Shout out Yemi
directly to him.
Did I say Chris? I hope Chris C4.
He's saying Chris now, yeah.
You know, shout out the boy. Shout out Champions League. Tony Hayden right now, but
it's been a great episode. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
man. Give a shout out to everybody in his village. I like that too. Everybody getting they spotlight.
Shout out Ade, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, yeah, I can keep on going, bro. Shout out Tommy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's been a great episode. It's episode 8, and y'all been with me for just over 2 months. Else almost 3.
Yeah.
Sheesh, and I ain't even. Sheesh, yeah. I'm grateful. Thank you for everything. Thankful for him even helping me out throughout his different endeavors and my endeavors as well. He scratched my back. I scratched his back a little. But yeah, y'all follow him, support him, and keep a little bit of your eye out on the engine. They got some big things coming.
Yeah. Tommy Creations up next.
Hey, we trying a little bit. Yeah, we trying a little bit. Yeah. But thank you. Signing off. So it's been a great episode. I'd like to see y'all next week. Make sure y'all back. All right.
Sersky.
How long was